Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Peace Hunter podcast. This is the Overthinker,
Hello and welcome back.
still joined by...
H.O.P as always. Welcome back. And today, a sad story. Today
No,
we're
come
gonna
on.
tackle.
No. It was okay. It was okay.
But today we're gonna tackle the hot mess that was Yu Yu Hakusho live action.
Yes.
And they did my boy Yusuke so dirty. They did Kuwabara dirty. They did everybody dirty. I don't know how Togashi let that happen. I thought he was involved in that process, just like Oda, overseeing it a bit. I'm not sure. I read an article about it. Not sure what happened. Do you have any update on that, fanboy number one?
Nope. Not at all. I did not look into it because I did not... Listen, as far as live action goes, I always expect just horrendous stuff. Like, I would have said something much
Why
worse,
is it?
but we're not supposed to swear within the first minute or two, as per, the YouTube policy. I would have said something much more visceral, but I'm gonna
I
avoid
would
that.
also.
Yeah. Listen. Yusuke's casting, okay, as far as casting goes, all right?
Okay.
I
okay,
think
as far as casting goes,
Yusuke,
they-
I think, is fine. Yusuke was fine, right?
not so much.
Really? What was your
Really,
issue?
not so much. Yusuke is comical sometimes in the anime and in the manga.
Yes.
He is not that. He is a cool boy. I liked they added the cigarette like in the manga because Yusuke smokes. But he is I don't know, his demeanor. He was dark. He was gloomy. Yusuke in the first couple of episodes was a little bit of joke, a little bit of a joker. Yes, he was a fighter. He was a bad boy, but not in that kind of way. Not like Zoro, man.
Yeah, I see what you mean. He was definitely like a bit more playful with Keiko, like a bit more like perverted.
And with I wanted to say a bottom, but it's definitely not bottom. It's Botan.
Botan. Oh no. So. Well, maybe. But agreed. Yusuke definitely. A lot of the characters were really watered down in a lot of ways. Botan was the most jarring to me because Botan would get mad at Yusuke a lot. Like they had this, like almost a sibling thing, right? Wherein they would yell at each other, they would like mess with each other. Well, they would like get into arguments and whatnot.
She was more free. She was opening up to him.
She was ditzy.
conversing
Yeah.
normal,
Here she was just like ditzy, like
like a little schoolgirl, which she isn't actually.
She's literally, I think, hundreds at least years old, like at least hundreds probably.
Her personality was just not right, and also Yusuke's personality was not right.
I
mean, his looks, okay,
Sure.
okay, it was okay. I think they could have done a better job in finding a better actor, someone who looks more like Yusuke. But at the end of the day, it was okay from the casting standpoint. Kurama was.
Who did you find worse, Kurama or Hiei?
Oh man. But let me think. Hiei, yeah, Hiei was worse. Kurama is hard to replicate, especially with the red hair. Hiei was just a mess.
I'm gonna say
For
Kurama,
me, at
too.
least.
I know. I see what you mean because it's literally like I didn't like either of them. But Kurama always had this like pretty boy vibe, this like shoujo, like shoujo-esque, like beautiful, like like that kind of aesthetic. Very elegant, so on. And I didn't get that from this particular
His face, Kurama was also charming in the anime, I guess also in the manga. In this iteration, I didn't feel any charm. Kurama had barely lines.
Yeah, he was a lot more...
He had barely character or personality.
A lot more gloomy.
honest.
Everything, actually, now that you mention it, everything was a lot more gloomy.
Yeah, and a lot more toned down because They have some great backstories in Yu Yu Hakusho, and they have some great storytelling, at least in the manga and in the anime. This was just horrendous. I mean, the first 2 episodes, I gotta give it up. The first 2 episodes were fire, really fire. I mean,
The second
they
episode,
did it okay.
I had an issue with the first episode. That last
Okay.
fight that took way too long. That was like 20 minutes, I think.
But
And
the guy who got bit by the bug,
Mm-hmm.
which should not be there actually, which is actually the Makoto bug,
Something like
that
that.
was summoned by the flute of the sacred beast, um, should not even be there. But he deserves an Oscar. Man, that motherfucker could act. I mean, he was the only actor in that.
No,
series.
come on, that's not fair. That's not fair.
He was throwing himself out. He did a tremendous job. Really
Right.
tremendous job.
I see what you mean, but I got more of a zombie vibe than a like possessed person, like a demon
Okay.
vibe.
Okay,
It just
yeah.
seemed too like zombie-like, you know? Because I don't know if you've seen. I've seen just a couple of like Asian like zombie flicks, zombie movies, and they
Yep.
do zombies a bit
Didn't
differently.
see any.
Really, yeah, there's a few of them that are actually very good, and they do like a lot more like hyper zombies. You know, they're usually not like
Okay.
slow walking. They're like, you know,
They're not like the Western zombies
Yeah.
that we have over
usually not. Yeah,
here. Okay. But he really did a great job. And I liked that fight, even though it never happened nowhere. It was a nice touch. It was a nice fight. And in general, the fight scenes in this
Yes.
adaptation are not bad. They're really good. They're precise. Great choreography. And they're fast paced.
Agreed. The CGI is surprisingly good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The CGI was great. I don't know about Toguro in the last fight. That
Dude,
CGI was
Toguro, the casting, excellent. I think they nailed it.
yeah.
I think
yeah,
he.
yeah. I like older Toguro even more than younger Toguro.
Really.
Yeah. The casting for older Toguro, brilliant.
Oh, I see what you mean, but I don't know, like because the
You meant the fight?
No. I mean the casting. No, fair
Okay.
enough. They were both great. I just was, I know, I was more impressed because the guy seemed to just look a lot more like younger Toguro, like the guy himself, like from his build to his like
Okay.
facial features to like, they didn't have. To,
Okay,
don't think
younger-
they had. I don't think they had to do a lot like special effect wise. For Elder Toguro, they did a good
Okay,
job.
yeah.
They had to like scale him down, you know, for him to be
Yeah, scale him
smaller, like hair and whatnot. I don't know, but just the younger Toguro, like that vibe and that like aesthetic, I really liked it. I think they nailed it, and I think they nailed like the buff form, like the initial buff form,
Yeah.
very well. And then the last form, the like 100% form, kinda didn't
I
do
mean,
it for me.
it should have been more grayish. The tone of his
More
skin.
monstrous, more veiny, more uncanny.
Yeah, I agree. When you say the casting was good, yeah, for younger Toguro and older Toguro, it was good. For younger Toguro, I would wish someone with a bit longer face, since I recall he has a more oval face, a more sharp face,
Right.
and the casting was a bit. I mean, he had
That's-
he had square face, so at the end he did a great job.
yeah.
But that was what bothers me. It could have been great. The build up was just lame. I mean, there was no build up at
Let's-
all for Toguro.
Agreed. There's no build up for a lot of things. I just want to before done with the casting, we did not mention best guy.
Okay.
The best casting out of the 4, in my opinion.
Out of-
Kuwabara. Kuwabara, my guy,
no.
nailed it. My
No.
guy, you can.
No.
We're gonna disagree on
What
this.
are you talking about?
I'm gonna
No,
fight
no,
you on
no,
this.
No.
I'm gonna fight you on this.
No, you will definitely lose, even in a street fight. I'm Ryu, man. But Kuwabara was a letdown. Kuwabara is a bit more buff than the initial
Yes, oh no,
casting.
a lot
Yes,
more buff.
He has the height. Yeah,
Yes.
a lot more buff. Kuwabara, for me at least, was a letdown.
Okay.
I expected much more of the casting for Kuwabara. I mean, of course, you can't find someone with orange hair, but at least give him the orange hair and don't give him blonde hair.
It was orangey.
Not really.
It was orangey.
And not the whole head. And not the whole head.
Yeah, he had like a Buska thing, I don't know. Kuwabara is very difficult to nail, like casting wise for the most part, but I think the guy he did a good job with the energy and with
Yes.
like,
but he was also very annoying.
because
He was not that
Kuwabara gets,
passionate.
dude, my guy, I love the guy, but
Yo, I love Kuwabara, but he has also that passion. He is annoying, don't get me wrong, but he has at the same time passion, and he's not that dumb. Kuwabara is really not that dumb, and in this iteration he didn't get a character arc.
yeah, well,
And they
a lot of
had
people don't.
the time to do it. I mean, they had the time to do it. They had
Agreed.
about 5 episodes, each one above 45 minutes. That comes down to, let's say, 4 hours. In 4 hours, you could have done the manga justice. You could have adapted, I don't know, maybe to the Sacred Beasts arc, and then let the second season be the Dark Tournament arc or whatever. But no, you had to cramp everything in 5 episodes of 45 minutes. Of course it's gonna be bad.
I actually think they could have done something very similar to what they did, because I don't think that this was gonna get a second season, my dude. I think this was like a one-off thing.
No, I think they really wanted to do a second season, and I still think they will do a second season,
Oh,
depending on
okay.
the rating on Netflix.
True.
I mean, their plan was to make a second season.
Really?
I don't know how they will make it. Yeah, but I don't know. The choice not to have a Dark Tournament, which is the best tournament arc in every anime.
Agreed.
So from all anime,
Agreed.
that's the best arc. To give us such a letdown, I don't know what Togashi was thinking if he overlooked the project.
I have no
I
idea.
hope he got at least 30 million for
Probably
this.
did.
Out of the four that you mentioned, I don't know. The best guy for me would be maybe Yusuke, just maybe. Kuwabara had the potential. Kurama and Shie are a letdown. My personal favorite in the anime, of course, is Kurama.
Nice, yeah.
But I don't know. He was just a
I
letdown, and his arc, his episode or whatever, it didn't have any personality. It was shortcut. There was no build up. There was no feeling behind it. I mean, the episode when he wants to sacrifice himself for his mother and his backstory and everything, they cramped it in the episode and they didn't do any build up because it's a beautiful story. And the episode of 20 minutes in which Yusuke wants to sacrifice himself for Kurama not to die through the mirror, that was much more impactful than what they did.
Yeah.
That's my
No. Listen, as far as the pacing goes, because I can't look at this and think they're planning on a second season. This
okay.
I think was made as a one-off, because it doesn't really allow any leeway from here on out. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cover the demon tournament arc without like any build-up whatsoever. I don't think this was ever supposed to get a second season.
The Shunsui arc. Is that
Shunsui arc? Sure, you're right. I'm actually forgetting the Shunsui arc. You're correct. Maybe, but introducing like brand new characters, like those, like the, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The psychers, like the.
Yeah, I
the
know what you mean.
not the Fullbringers, but like the.
Yeah, the Fullbringers.
Well, the Fullbringers were inspired by them, not the other way around. But I'm forgetting whether they had some kind of like collective name or something. The humans that get powers.
Yeah, maybe they could cover that arc, but
maybe. Right.
what I wanted to say is
Sensui,
best,
sensui, not shunsui, sensui.
Sensui. Yeah, Sensui.
People are gonna crucify us. Yeah, let's not.
Yeah. Sorry, people. What I wanted to tell you is the best characters or the best roles, casting roles were definitely for what's his name? I forgot.
Sakyo?
Koenma. Koenma and Sakyo.
Okay, so on that note, first of all,
Koenma was always a kid.
Koenma with his pacifier now just looks like a sexual deviant because they never showcased him as a like a baby, and they never told us what that thing was, supposed to be, because that's actually just where he stores his power for later use. It's like a battery, effectively.
But we don't also know it until the end of the. What's the name? You told me the name. Sensui.
What's
his name again?
Sensui. The Dark Chapter Saga.
Yeah, the Dark Chapter Saga. Until that ends, we don't know that the pacifier is actually where he stores his.
Right. But we also saw him as a infant, as a babe. Not an infant, a baby.
Yes.
So him having a pacifier, okay, I can dig it. Fine, makes sense, I guess. Doesn't need that justification of being this battery. But if this like 20-something guy just was walking around with a pacifier, I
think he was a 30-something guy.
Yeah, it could be, actually.
I mean, in the live action.
Could be. It just really looks out. But then again, this was made for like people that already watched Yu Yu Hakusho. So I don't think too many people that haven't watched are gonna watch this.
Actually, a lot of people that didn't watch One Piece did watch the live action, and
but that was hyped to all hell and back.
Yeah,
that was hyped to all, and that's been in the making for like years now, and that one, the series was followed closely by Oda, which is not the standard with most series like these.
I mean, I have a lot of problems with the One Piece live action, but that will be in another episode. It's great. It was okay, but I'm just saying. Maybe they also went on that note. Okay, let's make a Yu Yu Hakusho one. Maybe this will get the anime and the manga some new readers, some new viewers. Could also be, since it's Netflix, and I mean, Netflix and chill, man. If you don't have anything to do, just put something on.
Sakyo, I think, was fine. The only thing I had a problem with was his smoking. I have no idea
why.
I don't know. He looked so weird smoking. There was I can't describe it to you. I can't articulate it properly. Just something about the way he smokes. It's supposed to be cool. It's supposed to be like the suave thing, But I never got that feel. Like the casting, like aesthetics wise and like look like wise, great, really good, really good. He's almost a reverse Kuwabara for me, where like Kuwabara obviously looks like as far as like aesthetics wise and whatnot, that does look like a discount Kuwabara to a degree.
But 7-Eleven Kuwabara.
But the feeling was there, right? And for Sakyo, like, the aesthetics are there. Like, he looks like him, definitely. But the feel just kind of wasn't completely there, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was, but it just didn't do it for me.
Okay, got it. As far as I recall, there was not a wormhole to the demon realm. At least not in the
not like that.
Sakyo arc.
No.
It was in the Sensui arc, but not in the Sakyo arc.
Yeah. Again, that's why I'm having. Though actually, now that you say that, yeah, if they wanted to, they could bounce off because the hole's still there. They could do that to directly
And
bounce
also in the last
to.
episode, they showed Elder Toguro still alive on the beach.
Sorry, what?
In the last episode, in the end credits, they showed Elder Toguro still alive on the beach, just
I
like in the
missed
anime.
that. I
When
missed that actually.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that also happened the same in the anime.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually remember that him ever being shown to be alive. Apart from when he appeared during the sensory arc, I don't actually remember there being something where it could be. It's been like years and years since I've watched it. In any case, that's cool at least. All right. Because to be honest with you, I am not like it's fine. But when I rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't usually look forward to the like Four Beasts arc. You know, like that's not the thing.
Okay.
It's fine, right? It establishes like the it's not the trio, the quartet. Thank you. Of
Yeah.
it grows their relationships. It does a lot of things. There's a lot of setup as far as
It
characters
also
go.
grows their powers.
Yes, you see what they
Kuwabara
can
grows his
do.
powers. Yusuke,
True,
everybody basically.
you see their gimmicks, you see what they can do and whatnot, and that's all cool, right? But then the thing you're gonna look forward to is the Dark Tournament arc, right? That's the thing you're gonna like. After that, you get the Sensory arc, which the Chapter Black arc, which is great. You get the Demon Tournament arc, which is rushed but cool, and so on. But the thing most people think when they think Yu Yu Hakusho, I think, is the Dark Tournament arc, right?
Yeah, the Dark Tournament arc is the most memorable.
Yeah. So
And all the characters that appear, not only the fights, but the characters that appear, like Shu and
we're never gonna get. Yeah, you're actually. That is a travesty, actually. Did you watch Yu Yu Hakusho dubbed, subbed?
both.
Both. Did you watch the English dub or the German dub, though?
The English dub.
Okay,
the
good.
English dub.
Dude, the accents they gave them, like Chu, and what was the red-haired guy that can fly? One of the ninjas.
Yeah, the ninjas. Oh man,
Jin.
forgot his
Jin,
name.
right?
Jin.
Right?
Jin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think, if I remember correctly, he has like the most Irish or Scottish, I can't remember accent. The first time I watched it when I was a kid, I didn't think he was speaking English. I couldn't catch a single damn fucking word he was saying. I understood nothing.
Yeah.
That just like imagine if they like did that. Like that would have been amazing.
Definitely. I was looking forward to the Dark Tournament arc, and I hoped I would get to see it in the live action, but apparently it wasn't supposed to be. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they thought, this arc it's not that interesting. Let's cramp it all together in 5 episodes, at least.
I don't know, my guy. I
no,
guess they wanted...
build up for Bui, for Karasu. When I watched the anime, I was fucking afraid of Karasu.
Dude,
I don't know why,
yeah.
but he had that.
By the way, the casting for Karasu and like his costume, amazing. I think he was maybe the best. Like the dude nailed it. The costume department nailed that shit.
Yeah. And also, the casting for Bui, I think, was great.
I think it was fine.
He looks just like in the anime. I mean, he looks like just in the anime. What do you expect? Bui wasn't that memorable. I mean, he was a giant with the armor. So, what was the darkness flame that he?
Oh yeah. By the way, Yoko Kurama actually looked decent.
No, at all.
But wait. Just costume-wise, I think it looked great. I think it was almost on Karasu level.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like costume-wise, you know, like aesthetics-wise, they nailed that. As far as like his transformation was literally just, all right, I'm Yoko Kurama now. Like it had no, yeah, you're right, no build-up and no no
Yeah.
theatrics, right? It was just you pan out the camera, he's not in frame, now he's in frame and he's Yoko Kurama.
I get what you mean. It was great in anime when he transformed to Yoko Kurama and
It
the
was
build
epic.
up and his backstory, a bit of his backstory, just and yeah, it didn't reproduce that.
No, not even a little
And
bit.
what was the so what I saw? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Correct. I'm blind. Uh, in the episode when Hie Kurama and
According to my
Goki,
notes.
Goki,
Goki.
when they stole the artifacts,
Mm-hmm.
he cut himself
To get
on
the to get the
to
Jagan.
get the Jiganai. What?
Yes,
That
yes.
never happened.
No, out of all of them, the sword was the weirdest one. I think it just turned people into demons. It was very just a nothing burger for
into
the most
low
part.
demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here it gave him the Jagan Eye, which that's one of the few reasons why I don't think they're gonna explore anything apart from this season, because that's just
They cannot explain the Jiganai again.
yeah, because that's like half of his backstory just
Oof. Disappeared.
yeah. Maybe like they do some very just huge bullshit like oh yeah, he had the Dragon Eye but it was sealed, so he had to unseal it with the sword so he could use it again. But again, I don't think we're gonna get a second season, so and that's why so many elements of their backstories were just just let them have it.
The part when he appears to kidnap Keiko, that actually happened in the anime, and he actually kidnapped Keiko and wanted to turn her into a
Demon.
low-life demon or demon, and I guess he have succeeded, but it turned out in the live action that wasn't he, it was Elder Toguro. So in the live action, we see he kidnap Keiko, but it turns out it was Toguro
Right.
dressed, shapeshifted as Hiei,
Yeah.
and he had nothing to do with it. Why didn't they stick to the plan?
To make him more likable and to just make the thing go quicker, like
Okay, you can do something with the 4 hours and make one great, I don't know, arc. And focus on that, and from that build on the next arc again for 4 to 5 hours. If you want that product to live, that series to become something and to generate the hype and viewers, let's say viewers, to generate cash money, you should put out something decent, something, I don't know, something that you can be proud of, that even the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho can be proud of, and not drag it to the mud.
I will stand by this statement. Most live-action adaptations of most things are a cash grab. They are there to play on your nostalgia, on your fandom and so on, and they're usually pretty cheap. They don't get like too much investment and so on. So
I don't think that Yu Yu Hakusho was cheap. That's the problem. The CGI was too good for that.
I know that's what I was thinking about as I was saying that. But CGI technology has evolved a lot, so maybe what we associate as being like really top notch, really high end, and like really expensive, like maybe at this point it's not as bad as it was like 10 years ago or something, Because I know that like when the Death Note live action came out, like even seeing Ryuk as he was like. That was kind of impressive. I don't know. At that time.
I don't know. I don't know how CGI evolved and something like that. But
I'm just talking out of my ass entirely on this.
But okay, you tried. Hopefully, if they decide to make a second season, they say no. We ain't going second season. We're gonna do a reboot of this.
That's never gonna happen, and you know it.
Was shit because the first was shit.
Yeah,
and there are a lot of characters that didn't get the shine, even though they were predominant in some arcs. Like,
I'm gonna say none of the characters got to shine. Actually,
I meant at least to appear, like Kuwabara's sister.
Yeah, which is a very it's not a big thing, but that's one of the few things I do explicitly remember about Sakyo, like his kind of pseudo like the sexual tension between him and her for whatever reason. It was like it was a thing. It was a part of their characters. It was memorable, and they just cut all of that out.
I completely agree. And who is also not appearing? Oh yeah.
Okay.
The ogre that was the caretaker of Koenma, his right hand.
Oh right, yeah, I remember him. Oh wow, I had completely forgotten he fucking existed. God damn, dude. Yeah, good memory. True.
He was one of the highlights in
comedic
relief in the series. And now you didn't have that. And the casting for Koenma, when he was, I don't know, when he grows up, when he changes his form, is good. I ain't gonna say it's the best, but it's good. But the part that we see small Koenma, so child Koenma, was a letdown. A lot of letdowns in this live action series. I was very mad. I was, first of all, in the first episode and second episode, I was okay, that's cool, fast pace, good fight scenes, good choreo. They found good actors, and then the third episode came, and they fucked it all up.
And the Fire
What
Nation
happened
attacked.
to Genkai?
Genkai.
Yeah. What happened to Genkai, man?
Let's
what happened to the
let's pour one out for Genkai, dude. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was painful to watch.
I mean, it was also there was never a Genkai tournament like it was in the anime.
I honestly never expected that to even happen. But yeah, true. There never was.
At least give him some training like he had with, what's the name, was it Ronin or Rodney, or
doesn't really matter at this point, but listen, do you know what my
I meant the first great demon. Do you remember the first great
demon?
The
one they hunt down in the forest and whatnot. He had a pretty badass design.
His name was something with R. Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was the first badass demon. Kuwabara and Yusuke fought together at Genkai's tournament at the end. I can't remember.
So
something
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter, actually. He really doesn't matter. So you have a big thing about adaptations sticking to the source material. I don't, honestly.
Somewhat.
Not somewhat. I think that's a big part of your enjoyment of something. Because you always reference that. Even when we spoke about One Piece, even like the changes and whatnot, they really bothered you. A lot of the changes there were much better changes than they were here, like in Yu Yu Hakusho. But let's not talk about that. It's a live action adaptation. I'm fully expecting them to like cut corners, to like skip some content for sake of others. You know, it is an adaptation. You know, but do you know what is unforgivable in my eyes? And I think you're gonna agree.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the whole Genkai thing was horrible for the most part. Like the pacing was horrible. I didn't like Genkai as well. I didn't like Genkai at all here in the live action. Like they should have introduced her. And I think in the first episode they had time. The fight should not have taken like 20 minutes. The worst part, though, the absolute worst part, the spirit wave technique, right?
Spirit wave. Yeah.
When she gave him that in that cave during the Dark Tournament, that was like that was one of the most epic moments in an anime I've ever watched. Like that visceral pain, that suffering, that like at one point I remember he like takes it out because he can't, but then he takes it back in because he needs to. Like, it's just such an important point for both Yusuke, for just I'm gonna say for anime to a degree, because I never saw that before. And just again, that was one of those torturous scenes, where like the main character absorbs like the power to, because it's happening quick. Like he's absorbing power, so he's not training. There's no time passing, so you need to give a different kind of sense that a different kind of you need to communicate that sense of accomplishment, and if he like passes through this like trial, this extremely painful trial that almost kills him, then you're fine with the fact that he just got 10 times as strong overnight, right? Yeah. And that was very well done, very, very well done. Like that, not very well, like that was excellent, right? I remember like the color palette like turning red or something, as he like breathes and screams in pain and whatnot. And here it's just whoop.
Here you go.
And I was like expecting, is this gonna be like one of those like, oh, he's gonna start shaking like the dude's like possessed by a demon or something, but he just
he took it in. Great. Let's move on.
Literally, it was a nothing burger. It was nothing, and I got so annoyed. Like if we were not watching it for the podcast, I would have stopped watching it then and there.
Exactly. So, do you remember in that cave what actually happened, and who actually make him go through with it and help him go through with it? It was his spirit animal called...
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Pooh, yeah, I think.
Where the fuck was that animal?
I don't... Listen, if you're gonna leave out something, it's fine if you leave out Pooh, I think. If you're gonna leave out something... Though they could have just... Like, Pooh, by the way, just looks like those, like, Kirby dolls or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like they could have just used that very easily. I don't know. Also, I love the fact like they never showed Genkai training Kuwabara at all. Dude kept hitting a rock with wooden sticks and just got his fucking sword. It's hilarious. It's great.
Genkai never trained Kuwabara actually in the anime. He just evolved that sword, and
really?
after he got that sword, he started training with Genkai.
Oh yeah, he got
first he didn't train with
awakened,
Genkai.
right? Because it's like ingrained. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
And also he doesn't even use that sword.
No, he uses it against Elder Toguro, but for whatever reason he doesn't use it against like the initial like demon beast. That like that's chasing them. They have that chase scene that could have ended with him just like
yes.
And I think even Keiko says, "Why the fuck did you do this before?" And he's like, "Oh, come on, we won, right? It's fine." Fucking idiot. I love him.
And also, I think in the anime, Yusuke pretty much mastered or adapted to the spirit gun. In the couple of episodes, he became a spirit detective. But in the live action, I think he didn't master it until the last episode.
No, no.
Spirit gun, not the spirit wave. He did it in the fight against Hiei, which is the 4th episode.
He used it against Goki. That's how he defeated him. Like in the mouth.
Yes.
Because from what I remember in the anime, I think the gimmick was that he couldn't pierce his skin, and then that's why he fired in his mouth to finish him off. But they never really established it here. He just like kept him in the mouth, which sure, I guess it's fine. But yeah, I
They
think
made
that's
it a
when we
lot
can say he
harder.
mastered
Like
it.
like he does don't know what he's doing. Like he didn't adapt to the spirit gun. Like he can shoot it whenever he wants, but in the anime he can shoot it whenever he wants,
Oh no, that's
and
dude.
pretty much mastered it.
That's just CGI. That is because they didn't want to to animate it like every 20 seconds or something, because the dude spams it a lot.
Yes, but don't make the anime. Don't make the live action anime.
Do you remember the spirit shotgun?
Yes.
That was badass. Yeah. All right. All right. By the way,
I mean
you mentioned it, and I cut you off, and I'm cutting you off, which is ironic, actually. But yeah, the Dragon of the Darkness Flame was as bad as Yoko Kurama. It came out of nowhere. It looked decent for the most part, but it just had no build up. It had,
no, not at all.
Yep. Nothing.
You don't know what the Dragon of the Darkness Flame is.
It's Amaterasu, obviously.
Yeah, because it can be whatever.
Yeah. Also, a few notes here I just want to go through very quickly. Kurama, while he's watching Hiei and Gyoki fight in the second episode, looks like a massive creeper. I'm fully expecting him for a woman to look out of her window and just see him staring at her like underwear on her window or something. He's supposed to be like mysterious, and whatnot, but he just looks like a massive creeper.
Pervert Kurama.
Pervert Kurama. The first note. The second note is the guy that's playing like the evil rich guy. Like, first of all, excellent, great. Like, he is cartoonishly evil. Also, from certain points of view, the dude looks like a Godfather from the Godfather trilogy. Well, I'm blanking on his name. From the first one, Godfather.
Marlon Brando.
Brando, yes, Brando. Like, from certain angles, just actually look just like a Japanese Brando. Sakyo smokes his cigar weird. Genkai showed fear.
Genkai showed nothing.
Yeah, they turned Yusuke also into much more of a typical hero protagonist. I think he goes who's gonna save the world if we're not gonna save it? And then in the last episode he goes screw the world, I'm gonna protect my Keiko and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is Yusuke. That's Yusuke. He's the guy that's okay with demons eating people, because demons eat people. What you're gonna do? Are they gonna starve? Okay, I can get you some bad people so you can eat them. That's the whole thing, with him and the previous spirit detective.
Yeah.
And a few other things, but I think we went over most of them.
I just was so enraged watching the third, fourth, and fifth episode. I couldn't stop myself.
Again,
I couldn't bring myself to finish them.
I think both of us finished it only because of the podcast. Yeah. Okay.
And I want it to be good.
I know, buddy. I know. Okay. To finish things off, would you recommend this at all?
Do me a favor and only watch the first 2 episodes. After the first 2 episodes, turn off Netflix. Unsubscribe from Netflix if you must. And subscribe to, I don't know,
The Overthinker?
Disney. If you need. Yeah, of course. I mean, we're gonna open up a Patreon if needed, just for you to subscribe. We can also do OnlyFans if needed, just for you to subscribe. But please only watch the first 2 episodes and then delete Netflix if needed.
Okay. All right. Okay, give me.
So how about you? Would you say it is? How would you rank it in the anime live action tier list?
Yeah, if we're talking live action, I would say it's
live
average. Average. Yeah, average. which just means really bad, because I whole live action anime adaptations are usually gonna be like if like my skill for anime or just regular movies or whatever goes from 1 to 10, right? Live action adaptation of anime are gonna be like from here to here. They're probably gonna cap at like a 6, but for live action, that's gonna be great. Holy shit! That's a 6. That's amazing. My God, While the average live action will be around a 4 or something, 3.5, which is I think where this is. It's average. I haven't seen too many of them, but I think this is average. Yeah. I would not recommend this, by the way, even if you're nostalgic and whatnot. If you feel nostalgic about Yu Yu Hakusho, just read the manga or watch the anime. Both are excellent. Okay, I can't actually speak to the manga. I haven't read it in full. I haven't read it from start to finish. Only parts I needed for research. But yeah, just watch the anime. I watched it 2 times, I think. And I'm probably gonna, because as we're talking about this, I'm getting the itch to watch it again. I may do so again. Yeah.
I actually started watching Bleach again, only to be able to finish it with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
You watching fillers?
So far, no. But I can tell you, Bleach fillers are far better than Naruto fillers, and even far better than the Fullbring arc.
You haven't gotten to Dawn. I want to say no, Dawn Flamingo. No, Dawn.
Dawn Flamingo?
No.
Dawn.
You know what I mean? That guy.
Kanonji.
Yes. Oh god, that was painful. Even as a kid, I found those episodes painful.
Yeah, but the filler arc with the Zanpakuto.
Zanpakuto arc. No, I think you should watch that. Like,
great. Yeah, great.
Kubo
it's better than the Fullbring arc.
It's not difficult to be better than the Fullbring arc. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any final things you want to say? Anything else? Okay. What's a good thing about the show? You can say at least something you liked.
Oh, it was very fast paced and very. The action choreography was very good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was like in a great Jackie Chan martial arts movie. That was the action choreography that I got from
Genkai gave a very kung fu vibe. Yeah, I like everything about
that. But storytelling wise, not creative. It's not that I want them to stick to the original material, but you have it. Make something creative out of it. You didn't make anything creative out of it. You
want them
mastered
to respect
it. So, the action choreography was great. The casting also surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. And yeah, that's basically it. The CGI was also
really good.
Very welcome. Very good. Very welcome. I didn't expect that from the live action.
True. I'm just mostly gonna focus on the casting. I think Yusuke was good. His demeanor was a bit too much emphasis. And if you notice, he walks like a turtle, like this, all the time. That's a bit too much. But
he's walking like a Tokyo Revenger.
Yes, kind. I think I actually haven't watched it. But I saw
Yusuke the Yakuza.
Yusuke the delinquent. That's like that trope.
Yeah.
Gyoki looked good. The CGI for that was good.
Yeah.
The fight was good. Really good, actually. There is one point, and I'm gonna include this, where his hand gets stuck, but his hand is just through the car window. He can literally just do this, but he acts like it's stuck. And I'm gonna put in a picture of that, because obviously the CGI department didn't, they had some an idea, but they couldn't really. But it's a short sequence. It's fine. Elder Toguro, great. Younger Toguro, amazing. Karasu, amazing.
Yes.
Yoko Kurama, excellent. Kurama baseline. Boten was
Say
okay.
it.
Boten was okay. Hiei was horrible. Koenma was fine, but again, yeah. And Bui was fine. And I just had one more, I think. Here, Sakyo was fine. Genkai looked soggy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just looked soggy.
She didn't look like the martial arts teacher that we wanted.
But she was the martial arts teacher we needed.
Yeah. She looked like the average grandma from next door.
And one more thing. Actually, two more things. Oh god, I'm sorry. First of all, they're very liberal with removing Togoro's sunglasses because we only saw his eyes once, and that's when he spoke with Genkai on like the bridge to hell. But here I think we see it like 2 times before that, and that kind of defeats the whole thing because he's like hiding his face, hiding his eyes because his eyes revealed. And so on. And then the dude went from I may have become a demon, but I haven't given up my honor, when he tosses his brother, and then to, well, I guess I'll just to give up my honor to get you to to get your full potential out so I can have a good fight in the span of, I want to say, half an hour or less. So yeah, that wasn't great.
Just to correct you, it wasn't the bridge to hell, it was the bridge to limbo, because he chose limbo.
Actually, no. Limbo in the context of Yu Yu Hakusho is like the worst part of hell. Like that's the last.
Yes.
Yeah, but here's going to hell. Just limbo, which here is not like the medium between hell and heaven, but like just the worst hell. He's gonna like, I don't know, like 10,000 millennia. I think is gonna be there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, basically, the conclusion to this is. If you like Yu Yu Hakusho that much, only watch the first 2 episodes of the live action. If you don't like it at all, better don't watch it. Better go and watch the anime and become fans of it, love it. But leave the live action alone, leave it to hardcore fans and leave it to us to go through hell like Toguro. But we did it for you.
We did it for you.
We did it for you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, if you are a hardcore fan of Yu Yu Hakusho, just watch the anime or read the manga. There's no need to watch this, unless you like watching. I know a lot of people are fans of bad adaptations and whatnot. Some just enjoy it. So if you like that, watch it. It has its moments. All right. With that,
Peace Hunter out.
Peace Hunter podcast out. See you next time.
See you guys. I think was great.
I think it was fun.
He looks just like in the anime. I mean, he looks like just in the anime. What do you expect? Bui wasn't that memorable. I mean, he was a giant with armor, just like in Bleach. The captain of what's the name? I forgot the name of the captain of the 7th division. I think it's the 7th.
Do you mean
the Wolfman? Yes, something with K.
God damn it. Wait. Oh no. Wait.
It's not Kuwabara.
It's not Kuwabara. It's not Koenma. It's. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. We're gonna remember. We're gonna remember.
I'm not looking it up. I'm not looking.
Don't look it up.
I mean, he has the same gimmick. I mean, it's the same as his Bankai.
Right.
Basically, a giant in armor. And what was the darkness
Tengen Myo. Oh god damn it. Yeah. God damn it. Tosin?
Yeah, it's no use.
Tosin and
no Tosin.
No, I know.
It's not Tosin.
Tosin and because they always appear together initially.
together, right?
Dosen and...
I can remember.
Ah! You know what? This is going at the end of the video as like a blooper. I'm just gonna cut everything out.
Blooper?
Yeah, yeah.